Are you ready? We are about to open the door to darkness. But first, don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe to the Horror Capsule. Let's start our story. In 2002, I enrolled in the Department of Geological Engineering at Eskişehir's Mangazi University to pursue an additional degree. I was living in Eskişehir at the time. I had lost my parents in a car accident when I was a child. I had spent most of my life with my grandfather and grandmother. I had completed my high school years as a boarding student at Bursa High School and returned to Eskişehir after being admitted to university. I wasn't a very studious student. Besides, I already had a degree in civil engineering. The only reason I was studying geology was to postpone my military service. One day, when I went to school, they told us a project would be prepared. Each student was to research the geological structure of a selected region and gather information. Some students chose Eskişehir İnönü. Some students chose the thermal springs in Kudahaya. By then, only Kadal village was left on the list. I had no choice but to go there for my project. It could have been a nice change. Besides, I hadn't seen Bursa in a long time. I thought I could explore Bursa and pass by my old school whenever I had free time. I went home and started packing my belongings. There was no place to stay nearby, but I knew that minibuses left from İnegöl for 2 lira. At that time, workers also used these minibuses to go to construction sites. After packing, I left home and got on the bus to Bursa. The mid-year break hadn't started yet. I had to finish this assignment before the holiday. I was calm. I was acting early and planned to finish the project at ease. It was snowing heavily. Anyone familiar with Eskişehir knows how cold it gets. The bus I was on was actually going to Istanbul, and its main passengers would board from Bursa bus station. Besides me, there were only 2 people on the bus, but they got off in some districts before reaching İnegöl. Only the bus driver and I remained. I moved to the front seats and asked, "The snow is heavy. Can we continue?" "Hard, brother, but we'll try." "Maybe," he replied. After about 15 to 20 minutes, the snowfall intensified as we headed toward Bursa. The bus driver realized he could not go further and said, "We can't pull the bus over. Let's go back to Eskişehir." There wasn't much left to see in İnegöl. "Where exactly are we now?" I asked. "Mezit, a small village," he replied. "Okay, I'll get off here," I said. "Brother, it's snowing heavily. What will you do in the streets?" he warned. At that time, I was a bit more reckless, a bit thrill-seeking. Of course, I didn't listen to the driver. I thought, God is the host, I'll stay at a house. The bus driver turned the bus around and dropped me off. I began walking toward the village path. He called out behind me, "People don't say good things about this village. Be careful," he warned. Before I could ask how, the bus driver drove away. I thought he was just a local who was a bit odd. I continued walking through the snow at night. My phone was about to die. The weather was freezing. It was around 9:10 p.m. I wasn't far from the village. The backpack was heavy. Books, clothes, and other items stacked up. With the snow on top, I became even more tired. Eventually, I reached the village. There were roughly 202 households. Some of the houses were too dilapidated for anyone to live in. I walked toward the village coffee house. Most of the villagers were elderly. As I approached them, they all fell silent and stared at me. Not a sound. I greeted them, "Assalamu alaikum." They didn't respond. They only nodded. One slightly older man asked, "What brings you here, son? Are you lost?" I explained that I was a student and was there for a project. They looked at my backpack. "What's in that bag?" they asked. I said cameras, books, notebooks, measuring tape. They scrutinized me from head to toe. I felt uncomfortable. I had expected a warmer welcome. May I stay in the village for 34 days? I asked. They seemed a little upset but didn't object. When evening came, everyone left. In villages, the coffee house closed last. After the last person left, the coffee house owner prepared a mattress and pillow for me. He locked the cash register and took the money while acting as if I were a thief. Indeed, there was something unusual about the villagers. The next morning, the coffee house owner woke me early and said, "Wake up, breakfast is ready." I didn't like these people in the village. The mattress was hard. I couldn't sleep well in such an uncomfortable place. I cursed while trying to fall asleep. They also cut off the electricity. I couldn't charge my phone. Maybe talking to someone would help, but I was alone. I tried to sleep. Just as I was dozing off, a small stone hit the window. I looked up. No one was there. It happened again from another window. I got up and looked around. Still, no one. The night was so quiet that any sound could be heard. When I turned back from the window to the bed, the door slammed loudly. I turned around. Again, no one. I opened the door. No one. That night, I decided it was better not to sleep. After all, I was in an unfamiliar village among unfamiliar people. I gathered the mattress, sat on a chair, and watched the village. All the lights were out. The villagers were asleep. I wandered the streets. Everything was calm due to winter. I noticed many ruined houses, some roofless or doorless. After my walk, I returned to the coffee house. One thing puzzled me. There was no mosque. No samovar either. It was a small village, but I had explored everywhere. That was the only thing that caught my attention. I dozed off in the chair, waking when people arrived for coffee. I said I slept fine, even though it was clear they were uncomfortable with me. I planned to finish the project quickly and leave. While packing my things, a villager asked, "Where are you headed?" "I'm going to Inagol." "Sorry for bothering you," I replied. They didn't respond, admitting their discomfort. I said goodbye and headed for the door. A child stopped me. He was the only young person I had seen in the village. "Our teacher said you should stay a few more days because the roads are closed," he said. "Teacher? Who?" I asked. The child said I would meet him eventually. His name was Azat. He was born and raised in the village. His mother died during childbirth, and he grew up thanks to the teacher. He said I could stay at his place.